Once you have your sensor connected to your iPad, you're going to want to make sure that the graph portion is set up correctly. So right now, some other student had used this and did not delete their program, which is going to be pretty typical. So in order to get rid of this, assume that they've saved it. You're going to click the home button. It's going to ask if you want to save anything. Just say no. And you're going to come back to the screen. Again, if you're ever getting that firmware update pop-up, just ignore that and hit cancel. You'll see that my temperature sensor is connected. Generally, I know it's working accurately because I can see that it says 23.1 and the science rooms are kind of warm, so 23 is probably about right. Okay, once you have the temperature sensor connected, you're going to select the temperature sensor, and then you're going to hit the plus button, right? Now, depending on what kind of experiment you're running, if you want to run a graph to see what the change is over a period of time, then you're going to use the graph option. If you just want to get a direct measurement, you might use a measurement meter button. So I want both in the greenhouse gas lab. I want to see what the change is over a period of time, and I want to see what the temperature is at a specific instant. So I'm going to select, so it's two different measurements I want, or two different displays. So I'm going to click on this option here. That's one panel for one display, 2 panels for a big display and a small display, 3 panels for a big display and 2 small displays, and so on, right? There's a whole bunch of different panels. I'm going to select this one. And the first one I want to graph. I need to select the measurement. I only have one thing connected, so I'm going to select measurement, and I'm going to select the temperature sensor. And you'll see it's temperature, time. And over here, I just want a meter. So I'm going to click on the 1, 2, 3. I'm going to select measurement again, temperature. So now I have two things happening. When I hit the play button, what will happen is it will measure my temperature over a period of time. And on the right hand side, I'll see what that temperature is at that specific time. So now if I take my temperature probe and I were to put it in something cold or something hot, I'd see it change. So if you're asked to record something after 1 minute directly, you can measure 1 minute and read it directly off of this, or you can run the graph over a period of time and take the measurements directly from the graph. Notice that the graph will auto adjust. So as I get to a minute's worth of information, my x-axis here will represent a minute, or 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, or whatever it happens to be. When I finish my experiment, I can use a variety of the graph tools down here to either zoom in on an appropriate graph. I can also export the data, which is something for a later video.